People will forget what you say, but they will never forget how you make them feel. But salespeople confuse this with another thing that they believe or they internalize, which is people won't forget how you make them feel about you. So salespeople think they've got to get customers feeling good about the salesperson. That's not how it works. People will not buy because they feel good about you. They won't buy because they like you. That's a myth. People do not buy from people they like. People buy from people like them. And they buy from people they respect. Buyers buy from people who make them feel good about themselves. That's the key. Make them feel good about themselves. Release serotonin, release dopamine, release oxytocin, all the bonding chemicals, all the pleasure chemicals, all the satisfaction chemicals. That's what makes people feel good. So how do you do that? Well, here's how you don't do that. You don't do it with 1900 selling, right? Which is spotting things that you can talk about, which create common ground. Oh, I see you and the family there. Is that Disney World? Oh, my favorite ride's It's a Small World. You know, all that crap. And they might be like, oh, right, okay. But you haven't achieved anything there. All you've done is you've made them think, all right, he's trying to get me to like him. He's trying to build rapport. They can see it a mile off. Okay. So don't use that old, worn out tactic. Instead, here are 5 killer 2025, 21st century stealth persuasion. That means invisible persuasion, like Inception. They buy as their own idea. Okay. 5 stealth persuasion tactics, power moves, strategic moves that position you as their trusted advisor, as somebody they want to spend more time with, as somebody they want to trust, as somebody who makes them feel good about themselves. Here are the 5 power moves. High in emotional intelligence. Okay. Number 1, encourage their dreams. Throughout your sales meeting, spot opportunities to encourage their dreams because nobody else is doing it. Nobody else is encouraging their dreams. So find out what they dream of as desired outcomes and encourage them. Yeah, you deserve that. You absolutely should have that. There's no reason you should wait any longer. Let's make that a reality for you. How's it going to feel when you get that? Encourage their dreams. Let them know they deserve it and you recognize that. Second, justify their past failures because they have low self-esteem about your solution and past failures pulling the trigger or not pulling the trigger on a solution and still living with the problem. They have low self-esteem around this problem. So justify past failures. So what stopped you from pulling the trigger on this in the past? Okay, I can understand that. Yeah, I get that. And that actually, you're not alone. So many people feel exactly the same as you, and that's why they hesitated. Okay, but let's give that some perspective. It's not your fault. Okay, I don't blame you. You're not at fault, although you're still suffering. But now that you know, it is your responsibility to put it right for you and your future self, right? Encourage their dreams, justify their failures. Third, allay their fears. This doesn't mean eliminate their fears, right? Because that's like toxic positivity. Oh, you got nothing to worry about. You got nothing to worry about. No, fears are valid. They keep us safe. But allay their fears means put them in the right perspective, make them the right size, find out what their fears are. What are your worries and concerns about this project? The things you want to avoid happening. Okay, I can understand that. I completely understand that. Yes, here's how I suggest we avoid that happening together and how I can get your back. And then talk them through how you're going to work with them to avoid the fear happening and lead with any negatives. This will happen, but this is how we'll deal with it. So give them any bad news, prepare them for it, let them know how you're going to deal with it and how you're going to hold their hand and navigate them through challenges to their desired outcome. allay their fears. Number 4, confirm their suspicions. Big one. People love to have their suspicions confirmed. They love to have the opportunity to say, I knew it. Didn't I tell you? That's exactly what I've been saying for years. Confirm their suspicions. So if you have any suspicion, if they have suspicions about other providers in your marketplace and the motives of people trying to sell them stuff, if it suits you, confirm their suspicions. Okay? Make them feel smart, make them feel right, and then show them how you're different. And 5th, help them throw rocks at their enemies. Listen, and listen for things, people, places, and principles, institutions, or even beliefs that are their enemies, forces that work against them, forces that work against their dreams, forces that don't encourage them and validate them and respect them, things that don't make them feel good. Find out what they are and align with them against them. When you align against a common enemy, that makes you their friend. So help them throw rocks at their enemies. Now, this is not a process that you do in 5 steps. These are skills that you watch out for opportunities to use throughout your sales meeting. Look for opportunities to encourage their dreams. Look for opportunities to justify their past failures. Look for opportunities to allay their fears. Look for opportunities to confirm their suspicions. And look for opportunities to help them throw rocks at their enemies. Because when you exploit all of these, they will be feeling good about themselves and they will like and trust you and want to work with you and want to choose you. All right? DM me if you want to get this nailed for your business, for your sales team, and we'll make it happen. Okay? You're welcome.